We're live, people. See if anybody shows up. See if notifications go out. I don't think they are. Good old YouTube. Let's see. Let's switch this to live chat. Nope. No notifications. Give it a few minutes. No? There it is. If you're watching the recorded version of this, fast forward the first minute and a half while I sat there and waited for notifications to go out. It says there's one person in here. Probably my hater. Jonathan Wheeler, what's up? Are you my hater? You the one that gives me a thumbs down every time I go live? Kevin and Ollie, what's up? Sean Price. Sean Price, did you reactivate your authority? Well, I appreciate that, Jonathan Wheeler. I thought I'd go live. I haven't gone live in a minute and was off the grid for a few days. Don't really have anything important to talk about. Maybe catch up on whatever's been going on in the YouTube world. Big Billy, what's up? Be active by Wednesday. Cool. Jose Duval Trucking, how's it going? Charles Anderson. How was your vacation? It was pretty good. We instead of camping this year, we went and got a cabin out in the woods. And there was probably a little bit of a Wi-Fi when you got near the camp store. But other than that, I was barely able to even make a phone call. But it was nice. It was nice to unplug. Draco, what's up? Tanker driver Jerry, what's up? What's up? Good morning. Lightbright, how's it going? Thank you, Lightbright. Geek Strucken, how's it going? So, I guess there's been a lot going on with the YouTube stuff. So I was like curious to see if, what had happened or what went on, and I think I took all my notifications and just swiped away because when I got back, it's like, I don't know, it just seemed really insignificant to me. I went and caught up on a few videos. Kevin and Ollie did a video. It has this weird thing that flashes across the screen. You gotta watch out for that. But it was a good video. Getting ready for Whiteheart. You and I need to see the new Godzilla there, Draco. Trucker's Table, how's it going? When is Whiteheart, Draco? Almond Chimera, how's it going? Good morning. Today's coffee is brought to you by Iron Maiden coffee mug and Folgers. We're drinking good old-fashioned Folgers. Missed you last night. Yeah, we were. Trucker's Table says missed you last night during Friday BS session. Yeah, I think it was hanging out with Kevin and Ollie. Me and the wife went down and hung out with him and his wife in his new apartment. Pretty nice place. We got to meet. Well, I've already met Ollie, but the wife got to meet Ollie and their other two dogs, and we just hung out and chatted. You know, caught up on a few things, and that was it. So when I got back, that's when I saw that Pale Rider had gone live and missed it. So I apologize to Pale Rider for that. This weekend. Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot they do it like 3 weekends in a row. Did you? Okay, Bobby G. Morning. Did you ever think in your years of trucking you could have accomplished more as a single man? Been with a girl of 3 years, and ultimately, I feel like she's slowing me down. Bobby G. My situation is I wouldn't be anywhere near the success that I've had if it wasn't for my wife. Finding someone that is a true partner that helps you excel. That's that's the key to that. And I tell a lot of people that want to become owner operators that make sure the spouse is on board, because if they're not, you're going to have an even harder road. Not forget all the business stuff that you have to learn and your different mindset you got to learn. The challenges it faces to your family, to your spouse or whatever. That's the first thing you need to take care of. So if you feel that person's slowing you down, then I guess you maybe might have to have a long talk with that person. But you know, the divorce rate among truckers is pretty high. You know, feel like she's enjoying the ride, not really helping you grow. Well, maybe she doesn't know how. Bobby G. Sounds like you need to have a sit down and talk with her and say, okay, this is what we need to do. This is what we need to think about. And and if it's a money thing, then say, well, if I grow and do this, then we potentially can make this more money. And sometimes that'll make them get on board. Will the TA or Loves in Stratford let you park truck for about 5 days and not have any problems? Be safe. I don't think you'd have any problems. If I had to do that, I would find a good spot at the TA. Jonathan Wheeler, I think it would be okay. The Loves isn't too bad either. Where you don't want to be is the Flying J, not because it's a rough area, but because a lot of trucks get hit there, despite the fact that most of the parking is straight back. Your TA would be the best bet. Now there's McDonald's right down the road from Loves. There's a lot of people that park their trucks there, but I don't know about 5 days. So love is grand, divorce is underground. Oh my coach. You ain't lying. You're meeting your family for vacation in Branson in August. You should be okay at that TA there. Ratman, what's up? Steve, the trucker nature guy, marriage kills. Oh, no. I don't want to be known as that. I think the the key thing with anything, whether it's business, personal, friendship, relationship, is communication. And putting your egos aside. Draco says, I have your Father's Day present for you whenever we get the chance to hang out again. All right, Draco. I appreciate that. Yeah, Jonathan Wheeler, there's a private lot I park my trailer at, and I bring my truck home, so I don't deal with that kind of stuff. But now, when I was at Landstar, they wouldn't. If you were under a load, you were not allowed to drop the trailer. So I would always have to have the wife come pick me up, and I would park at different truck stops, but it was never for 5 days. It was probably 3 at best. So there's a come and go on US 65 and 44 across the street from the Prime Terminal. That probably wouldn't be too bad. The Waffle House, I don't recommend. The Waffle House that's across the street, I don't recommend that. They say married people live longer. That's not true. It just feels longer. Well, Bike Coach has got the marriage jokes going on. Communication is the key, Charles. You're absolutely right. It's the key with anything, I think. There's so many people that don't know how to talk to each other. Myself included. I've always been. I don't feel I'm the best communicator at times on anything. And there's been some misunderstandings in my professional world that kind of distort impressions, I guess. So communication is key. Can we see the steam off your coffee? I don't know. Can you? It's not that chilly in here. I have ketogenic coffee creamer. Would you like it to have it? I'm not a fan of butter in my coffee. I would have to see the ingredient list, Draco, but for the most part, I just put heavy whipping cream in the coffee at times. If I end up being bobtailed to keep from tying up a trailer, I may see if I could park at the resort. There you go, Jonathan Wheeler. If you bobtail, there's, that'd be a good way. Branson's kind of, you got to be careful in Branson though. There's a charcoal plant in the middle of Branson. That's about the only shipping I've done. I used to do deliveries for Schneider there at the Home Depot in Branson all the time, and that's a good run. But bobtailing, you definitely want to make sure that the truck's height friendly. So. Charles Anderson, I'm definitely not good at communicating all the time either. Almond says, did you see that Keurig is making pods of keto now? Yeah, I didn't see that, but there's a lot of keto products out there. People are trying to capitalize on this new trend. And while, I don't know, sometimes these products can make it easier to transition. Sometimes the products are not weeding you off the products that you shouldn't be having. If you're going to put butter in your coffee, put real butter, unsalted preferably, in your coffee. I bought this powder ketogenic. Hey, son, bring me that ketogenic coffee thing that's on the counter. It says ketogenic coffee. Please. Thank you, sir. See, I bought some of this, right? And it's supposed to have grass-fed butter, medium chain triglycerides, which that's your oil, then your Himalayan salt, right? This thing was like $8. Ingredients: ketogenic blend, coconut oil, MCT, medium chain triglycerides. That's what MCT stands for. Butter and grass-fed butter. Now, Daniel Adami made it a point: is how can you grass-feed butter? But we're hoping that it's not a play on words, that it's butter from cows that have been grass-fed. But guess what? All cows have been grass-fed, right? It's how they're finished. That's the true thing, right? Instant coffee, natural caffeine from green coffee bean, organic coffee, natural flavors, maltodextrin. I've heard that that's not great stuff, but it's low on the list. Xanthan gum, which is in everything, I think. And then silicon dioxide, Himalayan pink salt. Contains milk and tree nuts. It's got 3 grams of carbs, but this stuff you can just like use some ghee and some cream in your coffee, and you're good to go. So this was for in a pinch if I didn't have coffee, and it wasn't too bad. You can drink it hot or cold. That's what I kind of liked about it. All right, Jacko, you have fun. Adam Gallagher, what's up? Y'all need to watch all these keto products. A lot of them are highly processed junk. You're absolutely right, Charles. I agree with you. Fairlife Milk says it's lactose free. How can milk be lactose free? I don't know, Jonathan. But go watch how canola oil is made, and and see if you still want to have stuff that contains canola oil. Okay. But the one time I tried keto adding coffee, the butter, coconut, RVTs set up, I left the coconut on top bunk on a very hot weekend. It fell over, melted, went through the bunk's innards and down to the bed. Oh, gosh. Yeah, if you buy the liquid MCT oil, that gets everywhere, and it eats at your cup, too. So if you're using a styrofoam cup or a paper cup, no bueno. Found that out the hard way. The solid stuff can be just as messy as Almond has pointed out. And I've bought both, and I really don't use it. It was kind of a waste of money. And if there was a time where I was putting MCT oil in the coffee, and it just, I don't know, I didn't really lose a whole lot of weight. I have too much fat in my body, so it's got plenty of fat to feed off of. The Who, what's up? But it was nice getting back to nature and hanging out with the family with, being unplugged. It's kind of nice. There you go, little white coach. Just get your fat from bacon. Perfect fat protein ratio. There you go. I agree wholeheartedly with that statement. Coffee is both sugar and fat free. There you go. And see, and that's a myth that you have to have this bulletproof coffee crap. You know, I don't know. It's like a people kind of treat it like a protein drink for. You got your weightlifters that drink the protein drinks, and you got the people that drink the Slim Fast, and it's like the keto version. Protein drink. It's supposed to give you energy and all this stuff, man. I know. I'm a person that firmly believes in just keeping it simple. And the best thing that you can do in the morning is just have black coffee. You know. The whole. Oh, that's funny. Slim Fast equals I'd like to be broken fat, please. That's true, and they got a keto line, and I saw this health dude talk about the keto line of Slim Fast, and they weren't too impressed with it. Have I tried Vasili's coffee? No. No one sent me any Vasili's coffee. I don't add. Little Vine Coach says I don't add extra oils and butter anymore to too much trouble. There you go. Just black coffee. You prefer a cup of chocolate milk. There you go. Hey, speaking of chocolate, check this out. I have a chocolate bar. What's that say? It's unsweetened. Like, look, read it. Unsweetened chocolate. Healthy eating ain't hard. It's just boring and hard work. Hence why few do it. I agree with you, the whole. It's just to boost your fat intake, right? And there are other ways to do it. But some people get a little bit too far with the, fattened coffee. I know that when I just drink black coffee in the morning, that's when I start losing weight again. I finally kicked that plateau a little bit, so we're actually losing a little bit more now. I think it's probably because my caloric intake a little bit. Yeah, I did find it. It wasn't hard to find. You just go in the baking section. Now, speaking of coffee, it's fairly bitter. And this has 8 grams of fat, 5 grams of saturated fat. And Thomas DeLore did a thing where unsweetened dark chocolate, which is what this is, and pork rinds and mayonnaise are actually fairly good foods for you. Yeah, that's why I bought it, Jonathan Wheeler. I get something like 80% sometimes with chili in it. Well, that's cool. Big Houston, no. It's not like eating a Hershey's bar for sure. I tried some with some monk fruit, and it kind of wasn't the same as sweetening chocolate. So it definitely has a bite to it. I definitely don't like. I mean, this big bar I think was like $4, maybe 3. I don't know. I don't know how I paid for this. Maybe it was like 3. And what's funny is I got that picture. Oh, look how delicious it looks. But this is mainly used for baking. There's no. I'm the only idiot going, this is good, But It's like colored and flavored sugar. Americans can't make candy. The whole, yeah, well, yeah, stuff is happening though. Bandana, what's up? Haven't seen you in a minute. James G, good morning, sir. Most time I only see, I think, the 93% in the bakery section. Yeah, this took a little bit of digging to find. They had the 90 and the 80 and the 20 and the sweetened and semi-sweetened and everything, but this is in the baking aisle. And it was all right. This will last me a while. And you could shave it, right? You can take a food grater, like a cheese grater, and shave it a little bit, and make your own keto ice cream with this stuff. And you'll have chocolate ice cream. Here they have that stuff in the candy section as a healthy alternative. Yeah, well, our healthy alternative candy section is they call it sugar-free candy, which yeah. The beard is bigger than my face. The beard has gotten long. I don't know. I'm digging it. I think there's a few people that don't like it, but I'm digging it. Also, you can get natural cashews. I prefer mine roasted, salted though. Yeah. I've been eating the frozen burger patties with the bacon and cheese already in them from Walmart or Aldi's, George Foreman, and Chow Down. Little White Coach, that's what I live off of on the road because they're already cooked with my lunchbox cooker out of commission. They're easy to nuke up in the truck, and it's probably got MSG and some additives in there I probably don't want, but other than that, though, it's a pretty good ratio of protein and fat. Off topic, but did you see where Trump tweeted out that he was lifting the Mexico tariffs? Yeah, I saw that he lifted it as there was they were wheeling and dealing. And so that's good news for us drivers, I believe. Now let's talk about trucking for a minute. And now for the health stuff. But I noticed that rates were really good while I was gone. And that's because of the blitz. Now, if there's one thing that should prove to you is that this business is a supply and demand market. I was talking to my broker friend Thursday. And by the way, I'm booked up until next Thursday. And I asked him how his week went. He's like, "Oh man, it's been rough, man. We've had to give a lot of high prices on rates." And he told me something kind of profound, right? He said there was one guy that had a load that was interested in a load that was, I believe, 200 miles. Maybe it was 180, somewhere around there. And the guy was the driver put out a quote of $1,600 because he had heard on YouTube that the rates were killer. He had heard on Facebook that the rates were killer. Ask for as much as you can get. And for a standard dry van load, that's a crazy amount to ask for. And here's what happened. That load went for $600, right? This broker proceeded to tell me that he could have got it for $950 had he not been greedy. Now, $950 for 180 miles, that's a really good rate, in my book, and for generic dry van load, right? And because he got greedy, because he did not negotiate, he lost that load. Someone came along and did it for $600 because they didn't know how to negotiate. And so it goes back to we're our own worst enemies. You might feel that you deserve $1,600, but then the guy selling, a cup of coffee at the convenience store might think that he deserves $4 for that cup of coffee. And just like brokers can price themselves out of getting a load moved by having the price too low, drivers can price themselves out to sit if you shoot too high. And what that does is that tells the broker that A, you're being greedy, or B, you don't know what you're doing. So there's that. Daniel Adami. It's about time he showed up. Good thing that blitz, they caught an outlaw trucker been driving since 95 without a CDL. Yeah, that's crazy. Where's James been? I don't know. James been kind of quiet. I haven't talked to him this week because I've obviously been off. I think he's, I don't know. Top of the morning, TJ. Denise White. Hey, sir. Need advice on my situation. My now truck needs 12K one box. Ooh. I can get a newer truck, but it'll still be stuck with the older one. Any advice? Thanks. That's a bit of a pickle there, Denise. I don't know. You must have a Freightliner. I'm only saying that because of the one box. Those one boxes tend to go out, and they're about 12K. Do you not have any warranty on that truck? Yeah, but Billy's got a good. Yeah, I would. Here's the problem I see, in my opinion. Again, it's my opinion because I'm not an expert. When my turbo went down on my Peterbilt, I was looking at other trucks. And I thought to myself, if I don't have the money to fix that turbo, what if the next truck breaks down and I can't afford to fix that, right? If your payments are super high and you have a $12,000 repair that you have to get on you have to put on a credit card or you have to get a loan for, that could be a bad situation. However, if you have a lower payment or no payment and you have a high repair, then now you're only paying off $12,000, right? But let's say you get a different truck. Well, what's to say that the one box won't go out on that? Unless you get a warranty or whatever, but it still create downtime. So unless that truck's paid off, now if the truck, Denise, is the truck paid off? If the truck's paid off, I would just get it fixed. But then, what I had to do is I had to look at the amount of money that the Peterbilt was costing me, plus the payments. And when that hit a certain threshold, then it was time to get a new truck or another used truck. And the name of the game is keeping your payments as low as possible, whether you're getting a new truck or a used truck. And you look at how much your truck actually costs you a month. Not per mile, per month. And so if your payments are, say, $2,000 a month, but you've had to put so many repairs, and now that ups the amount of money. Like, for example, if you pay $12,000 for that one box repair, now whatever monthly payment you have, add $1,000 to it. So if your truck payments are $1,000 a month, now it's $2,000 a month, and so forth. You don't have the 12K? Well, if you get a different truck, who's to say that that won't break down? You would have to get another truck with warranty. And if you get a truck with no money down, your payments are going to be kind of high. So if you get a new truck with a warranty and the payments are the same as the old truck as it sits, then you're definitely better off with the new truck. Buyout is $28K, new truck is with 2-year warranty. I don't know if you're going to get $28K for that truck. Oh, I see what your buyout is. I don't know, man. It's I don't, without knowing the entire situation. If the buyout is 28,000, then how are you gonna make payments on 2 trucks? That doesn't make sense to me. Yukon, what's up? Provost, hope you feel better soon. What happened, Provost? Why are you sick? Well, if you can't pay for 2 trucks and you don't have the money to pay for the repair of the other truck, I don't think getting a new truck is going to solve your situation. That's the only problem with that, Denise. That's now, there are companies that will loan money for big repairs. If you go into the shop, they'll have pamphlets. You can, do you have any line of credit there, Denise? Yeah, and you could potentially find a used one box, but I don't know anything about them. I don't know if that would be any better. So if you trade it in, so you think about trading it in? Lenny says you can get them on eBay for $2,400 and sell yourself used. So 28 is the buyout minus 13. So whatever truck you decide to get, Denise, they're going to have to add $15,000 to that truck. So that's a tough decision. That might be a good one for Jeffrey Light. Yukon. If you get the box done, might as well put a new clutch in there too. One box going out is usually a sign of the engine problems. Yeah, because I know people with new Freightliners, and and Schneider talked about this in orientation. The one box, if it goes out, is usually not under warranty. However, in a new truck, whatever thing caused the one box to go out is under warranty. So therefore, the warranty covers the one box. Does that make sense? So it's usually something else that created that one box to go out, as Provost has said. If you can find a truck that's been totaled that the one box is still good, you know, who's to say that that one's not going to go? So you might try looking at a different truck, Denise, if I was in your situation. Parts of the one box can be replaced. I all but rebuilt mine on the Freightliner at different times. That's how I cover my engine warranty, covered it. Yeah. Daniel Landami, Snowlord, where were you last night? You missed Pale Rider's live feed yesterday. Well, Daniel, I explained that at the beginning of the video, so you're going to have to go back and watch the replay. But somebody else asked me that too. But just know that getting another truck, you might still have issues. Just make sure that the warranty is really good on that next truck. You got approved for a newer truck? Newer truck might, I mean, I've done it, you know. Having that 2-year warranty is pretty good. Make sure it covers that, you know. And one of the ways to keep that helps the one box is most of the people I know that their one box went out is because they idled the truck a lot. All right, well there you go, Denise. I think that as long as the payments aren't ridiculously high or higher than what you're paying for your truck now plus repairs, which with a one box repair that's, you know, that's probably going to make everything way higher, then you're probably better off getting another truck. What kind of miles are we talking on this Freightliner? Yeah, that's the other thing. How many miles are on the new truck and how many miles are on the old truck? That kind of thing. I'm not a good trucking advice person, to be honest with you. You know? And I'm sure that there are people watching this feed going, Steve, you don't know what you're talking about. Tell the girl to do this and or do that, you know, or something like that. Whatever's going to create the lowest cost per mile for you, per month, per day, per week, however you want to do it. Provost, yeah, there you go. Call Provost, man. He'll tell you what to do. Well, Denise, I don't know. What year Freightliner is it? A lot of miles. Now, with that being said, Provost just got a new truck. Go to his channel and you'll see his new truck. He's all but built that Freightliner he had. And that new Volvo is going to come out cheaper than the old truck. Right, Provost? And it gets way better fuel mileage. So, you know, that's how my payments went down when I got my next truck or my second truck, and my fuel mileage was way better. So. Yukon, you're not the passive aggressive guy kind of guy. $2013, wow. That many miles on a 13? It must be a team truck. Yeah, see, so there are some people that believe that paying off the truck is a good move. And there are other people that believe that having the newest truck is a good move. And if you talk to a lot of people that are actually real successful, they'll tell you that a new truck does not cost any more than a used truck. With that being said, let's look at my numbers here. I have a printout on my numbers. Do it every time I'm home. And let's see. My truck payment is 20 cents a mile, but my repairs have been 18 cents a mile. So this was at the end of the beginning of May, right? So at the beginning of May, I had 63.41 plus in truck payments plus 57.83 in repairs. That equals to 12,124. Divide that by 5 months because May's truck payment is in this. That equals, so essentially my truck payments are $24.24 a month. If you look at it, the trucks cost me $24.24 a month in fuel and repairs and maintenance. That's not including fuel. And then you have to look at the cost savings that you would have with a better fuel mileage truck, right? So that's how you look at that. The Peterbilt had gotten up to $4,000 a month. I was making a new truck payment without the new truck luxuries. And I would have gotten a new truck, but I didn't have enough money down. Brian Garner, what's up? I was not told there would be math. Well, I'm using a calculator. All right, Big Billy, you take it easy. Everybody check out Big Billy's channel. Hung out with him at GATS the year before last. He's a cool dude. Brian Garner, you're fired from Pale Rider Transportation LLC for not showing up for his live stream last night. So now we're judging people, Daniel, because they weren't in a live feed. Shame, shame, shame. What are you, Nazi? I'd watch that. Little Viking Coach, Whiteboard Trucking School. There you go. I'm surprised Little Viking Coach hasn't done a parody of that nature. Yeah, Big Billy was a Snyder cohort. And then he took his truck to Mercer, started flatbedding, and I believe her truck's done, isn't it? Paid off now, Billy? The fool. That would be great. That would be a short one. Got it with 771,000 miles. Still need one box. I can't make money with 2012. Got approved for the 2015, but we'll have a repo on the 2012. Sounds like you need to get some things in order, Denise. Hold on, I'll be right back. When you're dealing with a used truck, you either need to have a line of credit with the means to make the payments or some money in the bank for said emergencies, because it's not if a truck goes down, it's when it goes down. Even if you have a new truck with a killer warranty, you still have downtime, you still have tow bills, you still have hotel rooms, things of that nature. And if that truck isn't running, you can't make any money. It's kind of a catch-22. I do know people that have had repos and then later on got another truck and they're doing okay. But the better your credit score is, the better interest rates you can get, the better credit lines you can get to help fix things. Bulletproof coffee is awesome. I like it better than Caribou. Ooh. Well, Daniel Adami, explain why I wasn't in the live feed. Daniel Adami, what would you say if I wasn't in the live feed because I was in the hospital with a relative that was sick? Would you feel guilty now? Was it that important for me to be in Pale Rider's live feed? Pale Rider's not in this live feed. I'm not holding it against him. You weren't in this live feed the first 30 minutes of this live feed, so I'm not holding it against you. Provo says Volvo covers tow for the first 2 years. Awesome. 1,800 more for 5 years. Wow, there you go. Little Wine Coach wants me to do more parodies. I don't know. I think if I did the parody that's in my head, it would ruffle feathers and it wouldn't be worth the drama it'd create. I do what I do. You're right, the Hool. I do what I do. So yeah, it's I look at my business and I look at my flaws. And once I discovered what they were, with the help of other people, with the help of a good network of friends, I put my ego aside. I put my, I don't know, had to get out of my comfort zone. And trust me, I was pretty comfortable. You know, being home as much as I was kind of nice. There was no sense of urgency, which is not good. I was a little bit too relaxed, but I saw those flaws, and I've been able to not conquer them, but at least help where I can help, you know, and hope that it's not too late. But I also have things that I set up for worst case scenarios. Like I don't go out and get a $4,000 a month truck payment because the worst case scenario I don't like. I don't go out and buy a new truck now because I honestly don't have the money for a down payment. No money for a down payment. Still have payments on this truck equals less trade-in value, and therefore truck payments will be high. The way I run my business can't sustain that high of payment. And when you buy a used truck, you're literally rolling the dice. There's a reason why the bank carriers get rid of these trucks at 400,000 miles. And you have to hope that whatever used truck you get, that the owner operator or the company that had that took care of it. If it's an owner op spec truck, the odds are likely that it might have been taken care of. However, if you look at the numbers of the Blitz, how many trucks were put out of service? And how many of them were owner operators? Or, I mean, obviously somebody owned that truck and they didn't take care of it. See, that's what you have to look at. You know, it's easy to slap some new paint, put some new wheels and tires on something and make, and give it a detail job, and you think you're getting a great deal. But reality, it's all what the engine and after treatment does. More importantly, what the after treatment's doing. And with the after treatment systems being the way they are, buying a used truck is even more riskier because of situations like that one box. And that, like I know guys at Landstar that when you're sitting at the homeless shelter there in Fort Worth, you hear a lot of good stories. And there was one guy that talked about he had he had a paid off truck, didn't run that hard, decided that he wanted to run out to California, so he got a newer used truck. And within 6 months, they were out of business. And they were like, well, we should have just kept the old truck. And it was all based around the emission systems. And I believe they bought, well, doesn't matter what they bought, but it was a truck that had a bad reputation to begin with, and it was before this company had ironed some stuff out. And that's the game we play. My truck could literally blow up tomorrow and probably be out of business. Do I have the means to get a new truck tomorrow? Yeah. Would I want to? I don't know. You're right, Charles Anderson. That's a heck of a problem. High mileage on one truck and going to another used truck without money for repairs. Yes, Charles, that you just basically said what I've been trying to say in an indirect, passive aggressive way. High risk equals high reward. Right, man. Yeah, but I'm not willing to put my family out for it. In other words, nobody's taking this house if my truck goes down. My credit takes a hit. That's it. We got money invested in property, so it's not like I got to buy a new house. And that was what I intended to do. I'm not the sole breadwinner. My wife has a good job with she's got the health care thing taken care of, which we need because of situations with my family. And my wife and I, when we first talked about me being an owner operator, she originally said, well, let's look at the worst case scenario. They could take the house and everything else. I'm like, well, no, I don't want that. Because I know people that's happened to. And so we don't go out and buy the newest cars. We don't go out and get a new house. All of our money is tied up in repairs to this house when we can, and in our future when it comes to property, and then medical expenses. That's where a lot of our money's tied up. And the truck does create a little bit of a burden at times. But it's not ever going to make it to where they're going to take this house away. Now, would I like to get my act together and get the truck paid off, get the house paid off? That way there's never an issue with anybody taking the house away or anything? I would love to. And that requires me getting my act together. But it's not like we can't make the house payment if suddenly I have to go back to being a company driver or even a minimum wage job. So any comments here? Bandana, I agree. Um, um, some company drivers will run them trucks almost into the ground. Right. That's true. I know a guy who's walking a fine line with Landstar, and it's 100% because he has a $4,300 a month truck payment. Wow, that's crazy, Trucker Stable. That look. Some ways being an owner operator is hard, but in other ways it's easy in the sense that you just got to do the right math, right? And the higher your expenses you have, the harder it is to deal with. That's with any business whatsoever. I don't care if you're whatever you're doing. You would be better off having a $2,000 a month truck payment and being able to save another $2,000 a month. Where if you couldn't make that, if you couldn't do that $4,000, at least you got some leniency. You know, I know that if I had a $4,300 truck payment a month, I would have lasted 6 months at Landstar. Plain and simple. Missing some comments here. You guys are getting kind of chatty. Can you hire a team driver for a while and boost earnings? I probably could, little white coach. It just, I don't know how Jeff's insurance works, but I don't know. I don't know if the insurance goes by driver or by the truck or both or what. But I think I heard him in a live feed mentioned about he could take a team on. But there's only 2 people or 3 people on this earth that I would team with, and one of them doesn't have a CDL. And the other 2 are very successful in their worlds. One's a day cab driver, and the other one is a safety director for their own company. I'm not an easy person to live with. If you go company driver, you still own in 2012. Denise, you're in a pickle that I don't know if I can help you. You need someone that has way more knowledge than I do to help you with this scenario. I think that buying a new truck puts a Band-Aid on a problem. Personally, my father was always afraid of taking a risk. He lived an average life. Nothing wrong with that. But if I didn't want to be average, I agree with your wife. They can take everything but your life. Yeah, Rat Man. I mean, I did buy a new trailer. You know, I did spend $30,000 for a new trailer that's got a 5-year note. You know, there's a risk there. I took a risk going from Schneider to Like Trucking, for sure. But there's also, with that risk of buying the trailer, there's also more opportunities for reward. We can get dedicated stuff. I can do power only stuff. I can have, you know, a similar situation that like what Christian Trucker did at Advanced Trucking. I can develop those kind of things, you know, that I couldn't do at Schneider. That, you know, so I get what you're saying, but at the same time, I'm not going to make my family homeless to be an owner operator, you know, just not going to do it. You know. Now, Kenworth told me that I could probably take my truck now, after 2 years, get into a new truck, a brand new truck, with no money down, with my truck as traded. But as you guys saw my video last year, the struggle is real. I did not have faith that I would live for another 5 years to pay off or to see the payments through to a new truck. If I wanted to buy a new truck, that would give me some limitations on other things. Here, let's see him.
Yeah, he'll love that.
It's a trend to show your pets on. There you go. Jeffrey, like if you're watching, there's our cat.
Here.
He's not pleased. Oh, he wants to go outside. He's like, hey, I want out. Let that one out.
You want to be on TV too?
Many times when I'm home, all I do is I'm the door guy for these animals. Oh yeah, there's the other one. This is the fluffy one. Don't let her looks deceive you. She is a lethal killer. We find dead things in the yard all the time, and it's mainly her. Ratman, thank you. Holy moly, dude. You didn't have to do that, but I appreciate it. That is my biggest super chat. Ratman, if you guys haven't checked out Ratman's channel, he's a hot shot. And I went and checked out his channel. And I like his unique filming style. He does different angles. He's not just talking about stuff like some people. And his GoPro skills are better than mine. So Ratman, thank you very much. Cheers to you. Coffee. If I see you, I'll buy you a cup of coffee. If you achieve it once, you can do it several times. I'm going out in a blaze of glory, by the way. I'm 59. Ratman, I thought it was funny. You got in my live feeds, right? And I didn't know who you were, and you're like, you call me Gramps, right? I thought, well, who's this young punk calling me Gramps? And I saw your video. I'm like, well, this dude's older than I am. So, yes, Jonathan Wheeler, Christian Trucker did just get another truck. He told me about his plan a while back, and I kept it hush-hush. And he's got a good plan going over there, man. You know, and that dude, if you go to his old videos, he'll tell you he was hanging by a thread. He was literally a breakdown from going out. But you know what he did? He rearranged finances, saw it through, had his faith to kind of carry him. And now he bought his own trailer. Now he's bought a second truck, and he's going to put a driver or whatever in it. And he is setting himself up for a bigger picture. I would like to set myself up for a bigger picture, but I don't know what the picture is just yet. And I definitely don't think I have my act together to create a bigger picture. I'm not Bob Ross. So don't think I could buy a brand new truck, maybe 2 or 3 year old truck with less than 300,000 miles on it. It would depend. I mean, I know a person that bought a new truck and his payments are only $2,500 a month. That I would do, but you need a substantial amount of money down to do that. You could joke now on retainer. I have a farm at home, 3 cats, 3 dogs, 9 ducks, 7 chickens, 2 bunnies, 1 pet mouse. See, I got to open the door for a cat. There you go. Go out and kill things. So, and the cats now ring the bell on the door. Like, ding, ding, ding. Hey, I need out. You know, hey, I need out. The trucker stable, I really like the new innovations with some of these trucks, like the new 2020 Volvo has airbag suspension steering. Trucker's table, I had a a 2009 Volvo with a front airbag suspension, and I hated it. Absolutely despised it. You know why? Because when you go around the corner, the truck feels like it's gonna topple you over. But I appreciate that, Rat Man. That was very nice of you. Um, but anyways, you have to evaluate your business, Denise, if you're still watching, and run the numbers of all your scenarios, and what can you make work, and what has, if you got nothing to lose, I don't know. It's that's the other thing. If I had to go company right now, can I still make my truck payments? Maybe. Until the truck is sold or traded in. But I don't know if I have enough passion to do another new truck or a new truck for 5 years. My end game is I kind of want to be in the truck less. And so I have to create a different picture to make that happen. And part of that is helping build like trucking. And if we can do everything that Jeff has told us that he wants to do, then having a new truck would be detrimental to that. So I saw a tour video of a 579 Ultra Loft where they have dedicated outlets and space in the sleeper for a CPAP machine. That's crazy. Yeah, Trucker's Table, that should tell you. I saw at Matt's, they had an Ultra Loft. It was a nice truck. I liked it. They had one of the all black ones that it was one of the Epics, which I believe is what Thor just bought. And yeah, that was a nice truck. My only issue with it is that I'm not too keen on a couple of the Peterbilt dealerships in the area that I would have to get warranty work done. Other than that, if someone handed me that truck or I was able to get it for $2,000 a month, I'd be all about it. That should tell you the state of the health, though. I mean, they're really making these trucks for luxuries of living in the thing, and a CPAP machine is almost a necessity for a lot of drivers. I mean, it's a necessity for me. I need to hurry up and get an inverter installed in my truck, so if my APU ever goes out, I have something to run the CPAP. All right, Rat Man. If I'm ever, I'm usually in Dallas, Fort Worth, more than the other guys, like trucking guys. You can always get your regular truck wrapped like Roscoe. That to me, that's I don't know. His truck looks nice, but see, James did that with the intent that he's paying off that truck and keeping it forever. He doesn't want a new truck, and I don't blame him. He's got a good, solid truck. I have this problem. I can't have nice things. And a wrap is a nice thing that has potential to get messed up by either rocks, chips, animals, truck washes, people backing, don't know how to back next to you. All my vehicles have dents and scratches, all of them. And those of you who've seen my F-150, you know what I'm talking about. If I had a show quality truck, I would be a nervous wreck. because I would just, the pressure of keeping it looking nice and all that. I don't know. I like having pride in my ride, and I eventually want to get my wheels polished. But as far as getting a wrap, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I would get, to be honest with you. Something heavy metal related, but then that's just begging for attention. I like being low key, like Provost. He got a plain white Volvo, no fancy things. He kind of lays under the radar there, right? Trucker Stable, I agree. I did say CPAP machine. The taxis here are wrapped, only gets changed out when they're back from the crash shop. Polished wheels are easy. Toothbrush, autosol, and some speed core in the headphones. Speed core? What's speed core? What is speed core? There's speed metal. There's hardcore. There's deathcore. What is speed core? Or is that what you call it in your foreigner country there? Assuming the majority of truckers have sleep apnea is leading down a very restrictive future. Well, Trucker Stable, that's why I've always talked that health should be the number one concern of the industry right now. You just read it up. All right, guys, what's the date today? Today is on June 8th at 9:19 a.m. Central. The Who made up a new metal genre called speedcore. So the Who is going to start a speedcore band, and we're going to see what speedcore sounds like. All right, Rat Man. Thanks for the super chat, man. You take it easy. Be safe out there in that dually there of yours. Rat Man's a good dude, right? So put a Ford bench on it. Roller brush paint it. Did with several cars. My paint is actually hard to match. I have a can of it in the house that I need to do touch up. The paint's starting to peel on the front. And I guess if it starts coming off in sheets, maybe I'll do something about it. But right now it's fine. Truck looks good from a distance. And that's all that matters. Because if you're up there staring at my truck, there's probably a reason. Yeah, I need to trick Jay Cannell into drink 2 gallons of espresso and some high-speed chicken feed and have him play lead guitar. Anyways, guys, I got things to do. I got a family to hang out with. I got chores I got to get done. We're going to hook up the trailer for the little truck and get some stuff out of the house. Get that taken care of. And we're just going to chill out. This is the replacement for the weekend live, so no live feed tonight. And everybody give Pale Rider crap on Daniel Adami's channel about him not being in my live feed. Are you shooting at it first like Lil Dog? What are you talking about? But anyways, all right, guys, take it easy. Thanks for positive response. I need to. Yes, Brian, I've got my loads booked up until Thursday. Every year in June, my wife grabs a week's vacation. on my Facebook memories 7 years ago. Well, no, 8 years ago. Yesterday we were in St. Louis, and I got to hang out with the rubber duck truck from Convoy, the actual one. I want to drive that truck. However, and I don't know if it's still in that museum in St. Louis. I don't know if somebody bought it or what. But every year we go at this time. Sometimes the Blitz is during that month, that week that I'm here, and sometimes it's not. This year it was, and the fact that it kind of helped the rates a little bit should show you that it is a supply and demand market, and that's why rates are low. If they increased a little bit because of the Blitz, that just shows you how truck capacity affects the rates. That isn't proof that it's all about capacity. I don't know what is. And all it did was jump the DAT average to what they were in January. So think about that. Denise, if you're still watching, I hope you find the answers that you need. You probably definitely didn't find them here, so that's probably good. But yes, I will be returning to work. Did I miss out on a couple of rates? Maybe, but what I gained was some good unplugged time with my family. You can't put a price on that, right? My truck is completely legal and compliant. So I had no issues running the Blitz. And they blitz the week before and the week after, in my opinion. Or they at least increase, to get the people that take that week off, right? So I just had a DOT inspection annual done for my quarterly last month. So I'm fine. We're good. There was one tire on my trailer that was questionable, and I replaced it. So we're good. I ain't scared. So, but the time with my family is worth it. And I got some good rates coming out here that were higher than I normally get. So it's all about establishing relationships with either shippers, brokers, or all the above. Consistency is key. And sometimes a hope and a prayer is not enough for a business. So he shot guns and dressers and crap in the desert once. That sounds fun. I need to do that. Yeah, Daniel would have to go to making videos again. You're absolutely right. Safety Week is the 14th to the 23rd of July, I believe. Right. Daniel Adami. Oh, those of you guys miss me on Zello. I'll be back on. Maybe not today. You guys are so foul-mouthed. I can't have you on in front of my kids. But I'm just kidding. Anyways, you guys take it easy. See you later. I'll be back on Zello after a while, and I'll be back on the road Monday. Look for me on my favorite road. See you.